Join me for a quick video today on an Aiwa Midi system. This is actually the bottom half of it. It's a NSX-AVH9. It's supposed to have some good sound features on this, and it's a hefty weight. So this lower part is the main amplifier, and it has a digital signal processor here, a DSP, Dolby Pro Logic, and even mentions karaoke there, doesn't it? Yeah, so this is actually quite a heavy bit. There's a second part to this that attaches using a flat type cable, so you kind of really do need the Aiwa components to go together with this. So let's stick that on top. So now with the top part, it's about the same size actually, or maybe a little bit higher, so that's sat on top of this lower kind of amplifier section. The top part is a CD changer with just 3 CDs, so we can have a look at that in a short while, see if that works. And just below it is a twin cassette deck, so there's and a playback and record side. So this is all nice soft logic kind of controls. I guess there's a display in there for the CD, but there's nothing really telling you much about it. It does mention metal tape recording as well, so that's pretty high-end stuff. It's got the DSP here, which is in the second part of this system, and this sits on top of the main amplifier. What's really interesting is that by looking at this, it kind of came out at the time when the manufacturers thought records were dead, and they weren't dead, they were just hibernating, weren't they? There's no option on here for vinyl for records. So you've got tape, tuner, CD, so they're the ones that are built in. You've got two kind of auxiliary options. One is Video 1 MD mini disc, I guess, and Video 2 standard auxiliary. So that's quite interesting to see, isn't it? Power is fed into the amplifier section and distributed along this flat cable to the CD and cassette option. So obviously don't go by in the top section on its own without having the bottom section. So let's see, that plugs in. And that's quite a long sort of cable there. I guess that's made so that you could sit these side by side. You didn't have to cut them on top of each other if you didn't want to. So looking down here, we've got 2 sets of speakers there. We've also got a subwoofer option, and then we've got surround speakers as well. It's got radio stuff, interestingly, here as well. So again, that would have been fed through, I think. Oh no, it wouldn't, no. The top section is just the cassette, isn't it? And CD. So yeah, so that is all part of that lower section. Look at that power consumption. That's pretty hefty. 520 watts. Time to change my electricity tariff, I think. There's the inputs there. So video, mini disc, auxiliary. Oh, there's a monitor as well. So you can actually pull the sound out of this. And there's some nice sort of manual adjusters here. So you can lower and increase the signal. So I guess maybe you might have got away with plugging a standard turntable into here, and then adjusting it on here rather than having a preamp. But yeah, and there is a CD digital optical out as well, which is really nice. So it doesn't look to be a kind of nasty cheap deck. It looks to be of a reasonable quality, doesn't it? And that's the startup. So that looks like the graphic equalizer kind of part is on the bottom. So the startup is just deciding if there's any CDs present. So it's on the CD option here. It looks like it might be spinning around all of the 3 sections. Yeah, just to see if there's a CD to read. But because there isn't, is it just going to be quiet now? Yeah, none are loaded. So tape. That lights up these buttons here quite nicely. Oh, I think there might be a tape in here actually. There is a tape in there. Don't know how long it's been in there. It's looking a little bit iffy, as in a little bit of mould. So I'm not gonna run that through. Okay, and we know CDs. Let's go tuner. Yeah, it's just picking up noise at the moment. And then you've got video 1, video 2. If there was an option to change the name there. What does demo do? Demo just does some pretty lights, doesn't it? The display doesn't look probably quite as bright as I would have maybe expected it to. Okay, let's try putting a CD in, shall we? sure why I didn't come out the first time. Could I be risking this, putting CDs in here? Oh, look at the mechanism in there. Nice big kind of cog. Alright, so it looks like you can put a couple in at once. Can I go disc change? Oh yeah, no. You can put in more than once, you can put them all in at once. Okay, so I've put in a CD that I've recorded. So I'm going to test the laser, see if it can play that, as well as 2 standard CDs. So let's close that up. It's a little bit sticky, isn't it? But it could be the fact that it's a little bit cold. So I'm going to select CD now, and it looks like it's pretty clever. It's selected the play button from the actual bit below the tape. So I thought this was for the just for the tape, but it seems to be for the CD as well. At the moment, it seems to be just playing them, see if it can read them. Okay, so let's just try playing. Yeah, seems to be playing okay. So it's flashing on here. Okay, I'm looking at here. Is it missing anything? I got a feeling it's missing some little switches. So we've got a mute, a norm high, Dolby. Oh, that's Dolby reverse mode CD check. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it is. Maybe that's just the appearance. Okay, let's move it along the track. It's fairly straightforward. If you had to get in there to clean the laser on the CD side, it looks quite straightforward. There's a few little screws, and then I guess the whole thing just pops off. So nothing too bad there. Let's move this to disc free. Oh, this is the one I recorded. No. I thought I recorded. Maybe I didn't like that. It is playing that one. I think I'm going to go back again. Not playing 2, let's go to 1. Ooh, oh, that doesn't look right. Can it actually do that? I think it can. That's pretty cool, isn't it? You can change the CD while one's playing, which I suppose makes sense because it's lifting the CD above the tray anyway, and it is still playing the CD. Alright, let's stop it. Maybe you can only change them when you stop. Yeah, so it does look like it's struggling just a little bit on a couple of these CDs. Oh no, it has started playing, but it's labouring a bit in its seeking, isn't it? And it might be a little bit kind of sticky in terms of the operation. So the good thing is though, it does seem to be working. So that is good. It's kind of working enough for me to think it's okay trying to fix it. Now, what about the tape side? I'm going to select tape. Okay, it says TP, obviously tape. Let's eject. So the eject is just pushing the actual draw, no separate switch. Oh, and I can see inside that the head, the auto reverse head, isn't in the position I would have thought it would have been. And what I mean is, you think it'd be one way or the other, wouldn't you? Or perhaps that's just the way it loads. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, that one is in the same position. So obviously it spins around as the tape gets played, as it kind of loads the tape really. Alright, let's try it then. Ooh. Okay, everyone knows what that is. The bout is not working. The bout is not working very well. It's not working at all. So that one's definitely not working. Let's try it on this one. So how do we change? Does it sense that it's on this tape side? It must do. Yeah, because how does it know if it's on tape? Oh, there we go. Tape 1. There's a button there, so it says tape 1, but then if I go play, yeah, it's obviously trying to play that side. So, okay, that's something to fix. That's for another video, that is. Now, the final thing will be whether or not I can get any noise out of it via headphones, because I don't have the speakers attached. I presume the volume here is a motorised volume, meaning that if you've got the remote, then that just moves on its own. Alright, let's put this back to CD. I've just got it plugged in to the headphone socket there. I'm now going to press play. I'm turning it right down, just because. That's interesting. I didn't actually tell it to do that. It just decided to open on its own. I don't think I told it to do that. So we've got I think we've got a decent kind of system here worth trying to save. No, I'm just going to leave it down there for now. I'm interested in some of these other options. So this all looks like it's kind of not engaged. Open, close. Oh, what is that? You see that? I did wonder what it was. Control stage. Come on, come out. Oh wow, look at that. Something else that relies on about, no doubt. So we've got different presets here. There you go, rock, pop, jazz, classic, BGM, not sure what that is, or off. Now it was off because this was all blank, wasn't it? There's T bass, extra bass, BBE, not sure, a karaoke, vocal fader. Is that doing what I think it's doing? Is it taking the vocals off the track? Oh wow, that'd be really, really good. Let's try. Yeah, it's very, very interesting, this. It de-emphasises the vocal tracks slightly. Only very slightly though. Oh, and this is to do with that setting. You see it going up. Or maybe not that setting, but BBE. MPX. Surround sound options, disco live, hall, movie arena or off. So surround is obviously off. I've only got 2 ears and a pair of headphones on. So there's room on here for 2 mics as well. And you can mix the volume, I guess, between them. That's what that mic mixing is. Oh, it looks pretty tiny actually. I would have loved something like this, I think, in my bedroom back in the day, but it's obviously not that old, is it? But it's not as old as me, obviously, but yeah, it's a nice looking unit actually. Alright, let's stop the CD now, and I know I'm not going to get anywhere with the tuner, but I can try just to see if there's anything. There's a balance here for karaoke, or is that just a standard? Oh no, that's a standard balance, that is. I've just noticed as well, this is a Dolby BC deck as well. So really, really kind of top end stuff here. Very nice, but nothing on the tuner yet. If I hold my finger in, will it try seeking? It doesn't seem to want to do that. Oh, hang on, there's tuning here, I think. So things are a bit kind of... Some of these controls do seem to be in funny places, but I guess it's just the nature of the system. Yeah, it's not finding the radio, but I am confident that it would work with an aerial in there because I am hearing general hiss. So, thanks for watching this first look at whether or not this Aiwa is working. And as you can see, there's a couple of little things for me to do on here. Let's start with the bottom. So this tray seems to be coming out quite slowly. That needs looking at, probably a band in there. The two cassette decks definitely have issues. Now these can be problematic to change on these sort of systems, so I don't really know what's involved until I take the cover off. The CD seems to be labouring a bit when it's opening the door, and obviously it's not playing all of the CDs quick enough, or even managing to play the CDRW. So I would say that the laser head just needs a gentle clean there. So apart from that, it's pretty clean. It's not particularly marked up, and I think something like this would suit someone, wouldn't it? So definitely going to look at fixing it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please, can you like the video, because that allows me to decide which videos in the future you would like to see more of, and subscribe as well if you haven't already, and I will make some more videos again in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.